TeamPokeColors family? Welcome back to another video, another informational video for that matter. And as you can see here, we have a wide variety of something that I actually like to collect a lot of, as you can see by the cards in the background there. But before the video starts and before we really get into things here, guys, make sure you check out all of our other videos. And make sure you like this video for sure, especially if you learn something new, because I'm going to be spitting some opinions and some opinionated facts, which, you know, are facts, but they're really not facts. They're just facts to my knowledge. So I'll probably get corrected in the comments anyways. But I'm going to be giving you guys some information that I know about Pokemon cards in relation to, especially in today's topic, being that of e-reader cards. As you can tell by the E symbol with the star next to it in the bottom corners of the cards. So without further ado, guys, we're going to get right into it here. Let's go back, way back to the year 2002. In 2000, and I think it was 2002 might have been the first year. Was 2002 the first year? Let's see. 2002, yes. So back in 2002, there was a thing called a Nintendo Game Boy, and you were able to take a Pokemon card with this type of hollow foil pattern and the e-reader pattern, similar to how Spotify works with their lines and, you know, their app that they use to like find songs with different lengths of lines next to it. It's very similar to that, but somehow it knew what card you had in your hand. And, you know, I'm not really sure how it was determined or how that was found out. But if you take a look at this Kingdra here, these cards have a very beautiful e-reader border with these hollow foil specks inside these lines. And that was how the Game Boy would read the card into the game that would unlock either, you know, special animation or a mini game that you could play on the Game Boy, only accessible through this card. So, for example, Kingdra, I don't know what exact thing it unlocked, but an Aquapolis Kingdra Hollow might have unlocked a, you know, Tetris style minigame. And, you know, at that point, you're like, well, that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what e-readers were all about back in the day. But today, they serve more as a status kind of icon in your collection. So if you see e-readers anywhere out and about, you probably know that either A, they're very expensive, or B, they're beat to heck and they're not worth a lot because of the fact they're beat to heck, but they're still an e-reader, so they're still, you know, have some value. So starting off, we're going to take a look at Expedition. Expedition was a set that came out in 2002 featuring a Pokeball style symbol in the bottom right corner next to my thumb there, and this is Pichu. So, you know, e-reader border, E-series symbol in the corner. That would, you know, Pichu would unlock some other type of mini game or informational fact or something else. I mean, you could probably Google it somewhere and find out. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Same thing goes for Aquapolis. Aquapolis was the teardrop temple symbol. Also very well known in the e-reader verse. And then lastly, we do have another type of e-reader, Skyridge, which I do not have any hollows. Actually, you know what? I do have a... Hold on. Wait a second. I just bought one, actually. Bought it on eBay. Let me get to it. So then we have, you know, Skyridge. And in this case, we have a reverse, but it's still Skyridge, being that of a mountain with a little halo around it as the symbol. And also featuring the E-series symbol as well as the border. So these three sets right here, Skyridge, Expedition, and Aquapolis, were the last three sets of the Wizard of the Coast. And, you know, it was in 2003 that Nintendo bought out Pokemon from Wizards of the Coast and started printing them right away. And that led to the development of EXs. And this is a Latios EX from EX Dragon. This launched the EX Ruby Sapphire era, and they did stick with the E-series border for a while. Not a too long while after that, they had actually ended up just phasing them out because the Game Boys did no longer support the e-reader itself, or the e-reader itself was just not desirable between the time that, you know, it first came out and this time frame. And you can kind of see the difference here. Like, you know, this is an EX, and there's only border at the bottom with the E-Series in this, you know, like the barcode part. But if you look at a Expedition for Alligator Hollow, you have it down the left side as well as the bottom, which I also like a lot, you know, because, you know, the E-Series in general was a real cool time for Pokemon. They were printing some really wacky designs and really wacky cards, and like, you know, you don't see this kind of stuff anymore except with like the recent breakthrough of amazing rares, you know, with the artwork popping out of the, you know, the main little box area. But I mean, these cards, in my opinion, are just one of the best looking type of cards that Pokemon has to offer. And, you know, like I said, if you guys do come across any E-Series cards, definitely pick them up, even if they're in this bad of condition as Dragonite, for example. Typically near mint, $150 to $200 card, PSA 10 potential over the thousands. But as you can see, Dragonite's seen some better days. I mean, we have a huge ass dent in the bottom corner there, scratches all over the hollow, and the back's pretty worn with a weird, like, almost like crease, but not crease right here, as well as a complete, I think that's all the way through the card right there. It's like a pinhole almost, and just worn edgeware, you know. But it's still a card like this in this current condition is worth about $70. And, you know, for a card to be in this poor condition as well, like, this is maybe a PSA 2, and for it to be $70, like, ungraded, that's still a pretty decent price for a Pokemon card. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, like, this is awesome. And, you know, I kind of collect these cards just because I really like the artworks. There's just something different about them, and there's just something special that kind of resonate with me as a collector as well as just a Pokemon fan. You know, and, like, there are some lesser sets, being that of EX Sandstorm, that still had the e-reader, but they kind of kept it to the bottom and almost kind of looked a little tacky. If you were to compare, say, a EX Sandstorm versus a Kingdra Hollow here. But one thing that the Wizards of the Coast did really well was they always came up with like new stuff. So, like, obviously you have the e-reader stuff, and then you have the hollows and the reverse hollows. But they also came out with this thing called a crystal type Pokemon, which I actually have a Crystal Kingdra card here. And there's a certain number of Pokemon, I believe it's 8 or 6, something like that, that have the crystal type, and it's a Pokebody. And it basically says, whenever you attach a water, electric, or psychic energy from your hand to this Kingdra, his type becomes the same color as that card type until the end of the turn. So it's morphine, kind of changing type Pokemon. And as you can see in the background here, the description, you can see the electric, the water, and the psychic kind of all phasing in, and that's something that you just don't really see nowadays with, you know, the ingenuity. And, you know, the cards kind of had the Neo era style with like the swirl, the waves here, and, you know, they kind of, I mean, you got the old base set looking text there too. So I mean, they really kind of just took everything and just put it into one super awesome card. And, you know, something like this, obviously, if you come across, definitely pick it up. I mean, any crystal card's really, really expensive usually. I mean, if you can find a Charizard, of course. But, you know, this is like the S tier of the Wizards of the Coast era. So for those of you who don't know, there's Kingdra, Kabutops, Charizard, Celebi, Golem, Nidoking, and there might be one more, Crobat. And I think that's all. If that's not all, let me know down in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty close to being all of them. I might have forgot one or two, but yeah, they're pretty in general. Like, I mean, you know, this is by, I'm gonna botch this name, but it's Mikio Menjo, and like, they're considered secret rares in the Wizards of the Coast era. So like, you know, they're real hard to pull if you open any Wizards of the Coast. So like, you know, when I had the opportunity to trade cards that, you know, are pretty common for something as beefy as this, and it's like this card here is rare. Not because it's a crystal card, but just because, you know, you don't see crystal cards in circulation as much as you used to, just because of the people that, you know, are into collecting. They know, hey, hold on to crystal card, hold on to E-Series hollows, you know, hold on to, you know, anything Skyridge at this point, even if it is reverse. So, like, for me to come across this in the wild, I was like, you know what? I'll trade some extra old school EXs that I have that I don't necessarily care about, similar to Latios, not Latios, but like Groudon and Kyogre and maybe a Rayquaza or something like that for one of these, you know, because it was, you know, valued at like $300, and I was like, all right, that's pretty pricey, but I have enough in card value to trade for it. I'm going to do it. You know, I'm not going to let this opportunity pass up, because I may never come across a Kingdra, not a Crystal Kingdra, rather, in my lifetime that's in this decent condition. You know, like, obviously it's not perfect. You have white specks in the corners. You have edgeware. You know, the card's from 2002. It's 2 decades old almost. So, you know, the condition is not going to be the greatest. But for a binder card, I mean, like, look at that holo foil. Like, that is unbelievable, man. Like, just such a beautiful card. And that's why I had to get it. And, you know, I felt the same way about this Dragonite. However, you know, he is pretty beat in terms of, you know, condition, but like the artwork is worth having the card for, you know. And if I'm gonna ever try to complete Expedition, which I might at this point, I have a lot of cards from the set and I could try to complete the set, you know. Obviously I'd have to get the crystal cards, which would cost probably $3,000, not to mention the commons are about $3 to $2 a piece, so that would be very expensive. But, you know, if I build it up over time and, you know, get closer and closer to that final, you know, completed set, that's something I'm willing to work for, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, these cards would be just amazingly beautiful to have in a binder. So if you have any Expedition, Aquapolis, Skyridge, and you're wanting to trade it, hit me up. I'm always down for trades. I mean, we've done trades in the past over Instagram where I've had to mail cards to somebody and then I've got cards mailed to me. I mean, I've bought, you know, you can check my eBay if you don't think I'm legit. Like, I've sold over 50 things Pokemon related and non-Pokemon, you know, sports card related on my eBay. So I'm pretty sure I have amazing reviews and amazing, you know, positive feedback. So you can judge me by that too. But honestly, like, in the next few years, I might just kind of crack down on what I really want to collect. And I recommend you guys do that too. I mean, something, something that Twice Baked Jake said in one of his recent videos, he said, when you're starting out as collecting Pokemon, you kind of just collect little bits of everything, like here and there. But then, you know, at that point, you get to a certain point where you're like, wow, I really don't necessarily need to collect every EX reverse, stamped reverse, similar to this, because I would buy lots of cards like this where they just have the EX era stamp on it and they're like $2-3 a card and they're just kind of weird, kind of different random looking ones. You know, I would buy those anytime I saw them, you know, because I'd be like, oh, I really like these a lot. And now I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm like, wow, I don't really, you know, like, I don't really care as much as I thought I did. And I have a surplus now just because of that. So I'm kind of, you know, thinking to myself, like, if I could trade 20 EX stand reverse for another crystal card, like, I'm going to do that. Like, heck yeah. So, you know, that's just what I kind of think I'm going to be working on here the next couple years as I get older and hopefully have more stable income. You know, other people have other hobbies like fishing, hunting, you know, cars even. People, you know, trick out their cars and put lights on it and stuff like that. But, you know, if I could pull up to the function with a completed Expedition set or a completed Skyridge set or even a completed Aquapolis set, you know, that's something that I think I can take pride in and could be proud of. So, you know, that's what I'm going to try to do. And as of right now, we're making pretty good time on completing that, at least Aquapolis and Expedition, because I have many holos, many reverses, and even many commons and uncommons that I need for the set, as well as the regular rares too. Regular rares aren't cheap from these sets, guys. Last of the Wizards of the Coast, I mean, people already know that these are, you know, pretty sought after in general, but like, crazy enough, man, like, these cards are gonna be going through the roof next time there's a surge in the market, because, you know, it only takes one more Logan Paul break or Logan Paul opening for some guy to, you know, discover Expedition and just be like, wow, these cards are pretty crazy. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, let me switch it this way. Maybe the thumbnail would look better over here like this. Do one of these numbers. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the thumbnail. I like to pull a video, or pull a picture from the video itself. There we go. Beautiful thumbnail right there. But yeah, anyways guys, that is my spiel for today. If you guys have any input or comments, or have any of these types of cards in your own collection that you might be willing to trade or get rid of, send them my way, because I'm highly interested. I have plenty of V's, G's, and EXs, and GMAXs, and GXs, and crap I'm trying to get rid of, because, you know, I've opened a lot of packs, and there's stuff I don't necessarily care as much for as I thought I used to, and I'm kind of more like fine-tuning my collection to a certain particular type of card. And for me personally, I just love, like, I absolutely love the E-Series hollows from these WOTC sets, not to mention, you know, with the possibility of finding crystal cards here and there. So, like I said, check your collection, see if you have any cards similar to these, and if you do, let me know. I might be interested in trading for them, or, you know, maybe you can sell them on eBay yourself and make a pretty profit. But I would really appreciate if you would send it my way first, because I am trying to complete any possible set, being that of Aquapolis, Expedition, or Skyridge. You know, Skyridge I know is super, super expensive, but, like, dude, if I have a complete set of Skyridge, like, that would be incredible. That'd be insane. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. Like I said, appreciate if you like this video. Let me know in your let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of the E-Series cards. And if you learned something today, let me know as well. Check out the comment section. And yeah, check out our TikTok, Instagram, and eBay stores. Well, eBay store and social media is linked down below. And if you guys like more informational videos like these, be sure to subscribe with notifications, because I'm planning on doing daily uploads this summer. So yeah, get ready for that. We'll find something to talk about, whether it's news related or just something. We're grinding this summer. All right, so subscribe with noties. We're going to be here talking about something related to Pokemon every single day. And if you guys are down for that and want to join us on the journey to 1,000 subscribers, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Anyways, guys, I'm going to do it. That's enough rambling of me. We'll see you guys tomorrow. See what I did there? Tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see. Internet speeds might be stopping that. But anyways, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.